All right, let me pull up chat on my phone. Turn the volume down. And welcome to those of you that are here already. We're going to make cards that have a house theme because I have an order from a real estate agent. Hi, Gabby. Hi, Joycey. Hi, Dot. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Tori. Amazon, Vaughn, they were like $7, $8. There was one was $6.99, but this was $7.99 and had a 5% off. So, and it would shipped faster. So that's what I got. Hi, Judy. So the first thing I thought I'd do is I have the jelly plate out, and I want to take some papers and just add some either metallics or some white that I can then add watercolor over. So this one just has some silver. Let me set this aside. I'm going to use some champagne. I'm not going to jelly print directly on the cards yet, because I'm going to use magicals over that. So I'm going to use a lot of sewing, the directions from sewing patterns. And these are the Deco Arts Dazzling Metallics. And I'm just going to do an assortment of stencils. This will all get torn up. I'm just trying to put acrylics and then have a place that the watercolor can grab hold of, or the magicals. Hi, Christine. Hi, Mary Ellen. Hi, Kat. Okay, so I got a little there. I didn't get a whole lot, but that's really all I want, is just some imprint. And then I'm going to take this bit and put it on the other side. And that gave me some heavier paint and less, but when I put the watercolor, the patterns will show up. All right, let's add some black pearl to that in a few places. And I still have a little bit of that champagne on my sprayer, but let's go with that. I think I'll use this. And I'm trying to find, since I'm doing cards, I'm trying to use stencils that have a smaller scale. See, that looks pretty over that. And I may just use like a piece like this because this will get torn up. And then let's put this bit down on this end. So I like that kind of how it is. So I'm going to switch to another piece. And I'm going to switch to, I have an amethyst, kind of a purpley color. Hi, Sophia. And I'm going to add just a little bit of dioxazine purple to that. Oh, more than I wanted. Oh, well. There's a lot of this is super thin. That's why I was adding the, it's going to be fine. Okay, the pattern. I liked that. And I think I'll use some of this, the larger side. And then overlap that. And then I have something, I'm going to put that on in a minute, the rest. Oh, that's pretty. So I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes. And I'm going to take this off. And I have a piece of copy paper that has magicals on it that came to me that had the powder had leaked, so I had just done this paper. So let's add that on top of there. Get another piece. And pick that up. Enough on the brayer to pick some more up. So I'll set those aside. Let's try. This is a bronze acrylic. And I'm going to use, oh no, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'll use part of that. And this right here. And then I'll just use this little tag stencil. I'm going to grab the paper with the purple on it. That's pretty. Take that off. And let's add that to this is just a piece that's got some blue on it. Hi, Lena. Oh, cool, Shauna. Oh, I like that. And it's finally picking up some of the crusty bits that were on there. There's a little bit of that purple in there. All right, let's do just some old-fashioned white, and then we're going to move on to some of the cards. All right, let's go with this right here. And go with that. Hi, Lori. Hi, CB. Okay, so there's, and that's got a little bit of a lavender tint to it, which is fine with me. And then I'm going to get that on this end. Okay. That got some more of that crusty bit off. Now that'll give me some pieces to tear up and do that with. All right. Now I'm down to, I'm going to do some of the cards with blues. I'm going to start with like a turquoise blue. Card. Now, when I jelly print cards, I made a protectors. And all it is a piece of paper folded in half to make a pocket. And then I put gel medium so I can hold. This is the back of the card and so that I can hold it without getting paint on it, so that I can just get the front. And it's got washi tape over here, and I sealed it so it'll last. Now I do have a 5x7, and a lot of times I use the 5x7 with cards. Okay. I want something with bigger openings for the first. I think what I'm going to do for this first one is just use this tree stencil. Because I don't want a lot of white. And you do want to make sure your hands are clean. In fact, sometimes it's a good idea to use a piece of paper because you don't want to get the inside of the card dirty. Trying to get the edges. Okay, so that gets me some. I'm going to go ahead and move this. And I think I'm going to put that down right there. And I really just want kind of a base. In fact, I even just thought about no stencil on the very first layer. All right. That's getting what I want, but I'm not getting enough solid color. It's drying up really fast on me. Okay, well, that's a start. I think I'm going to leave that and maybe add magicals to it. And let's try this again. I'm going to put, I think I'm just going to go a solid blue. And get a solid blue first, because okay. So I really don't want any white on these. Okay, that works. And I don't care that it's picking up some of that silvery, some of that other stuff. It is drying super fast though. All right, let's go ahead and go with, I think I'm going to go with a Prussian blue. You can see where it's really dry on the edges. Right, and I'm going to go with the tree stencil. Come in. And I want to use a little brayer. Okay, I like that for what I'm doing. That worked really well. So I'm going to take that out and call that one done. Oh, done as far as the first layer goes. This is, it must just because it's the heater's on and it's so warm in the house. Because my plate is just sucking it dry. Okay, let's get another one. This time I'm going to put solid Prussian blue on there. Okay, that works, except for okay, I think that works for the first layer. Let's you can see how like that is dry to the touch. It is bone dry. All right, so what I want is, this is a PBO black blue. And it's a metallic Dyna color. Use that little roller there. I think I'll use this. All right, here's my card. I don't care if this gets on this paper. Oh, that's pretty. That's what I wanted. Okay, I don't know if you can. There you can. I'm going to call that one ready. I'm not going to worry about that white because we can minimize that later. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get this to go on the card. If I can't get it to go on there like that, I'm wondering if a cleanup would be better. Because I can tell this is already. So let's use this. Actually, let's use white to pick it up. I hate these tubes. They squirt. For cleanup, you want a really thin layer. Okay. And I want that middle area right there. And you want to give it a good let it really stick and time to pick up all those layers of paint. Oh, that's pretty. The pattern's subtle. But that's what I want. There's something leaving a little circle right there on my plate. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to do one more like that. But I want kind of Hi, Eileen. Hi, Dee Dee. Let's see. I guess I'll just stick with some of the blues and then try my other idea in a minute. It's kind of a purpley blue. Trying to work in 5s and make them different. Okay. I'm making jelly printed fronts for some cards. I'm going to do cards in different ways. I have an order for 30 cards from a real estate agent. And the jelly plate is not my friend today. That's good. That's good. So let's use that. And then let's put something dark on it. Let's put that. This is not metallic. Let's try some color shift on it. This is the color shift paints. Yeah, let's pick out. I think that's stencil. Okay, that's pretty. So that gives me 5 in the blues. Let's see what we can get off the plate. That's very pretty. I'll end up using that somehow, somewhere. That right in there. Okay. I'm going to shift gears. I'm just going to clean the center a little bit. I'm not going to worry about like all the edges because the cards are for them. And like I said, I have a 5x7 and there's less waste when you use the 5x7. Okay, I want to go with a yellow. And a pink. Hush Eileen. And a little bit of a magenta. Let's put card in the sleeve. Another piece of paper. Yeah, I was thinking like a sunset. These are going to have houses. This first set that I'm working on. Ooh, that I like that. I don't even care about that little blip. I said I'm trying to keep my hands clean. Let's do that again. This is a different pink. Here's the magenta color. And then this is an orange. Let's, instead of the yellow, let's just use an orange. Whoever makes these tubes makes these tubes, and they splurt. No matter what you do, you get paint on you. Yeah, if I'm collaging. Okay, Tanya, I'm stain, distressed mica, and spray. I'm not sure either. I do want some yellow. I think it needs a little. Okay. Let's put that down on the paper. Might as well clean the brayer off. And add pressure. All right, I'm gonna brayer that a little bit. And let's get the rest of that off there. Okay, let's leave that in the sleeve and try something here in just a minute. Let's get what we can off the plate and the brayer. And I'm thinking I might use that paper later. Not that side, but this side. All right, let's try. I'm looking for something that covers the whole. This will work. I was looking for a stencil that was big enough to cover the whole thing. Let's get. I want tone on tone. I don't want anything. I just want a pattern. I'm going to go with. Actually, I'm going to go with the color shift again. I'll go with the pink color shift and we'll see if that works. Or actually, let's go with the raspberry color shift. A little darker. Cool dot. Okay, and we're going to put that there. And then we're going to, oh, look what I did. Okay. I like that. Sort of. It went kind of brown. But that's going to cause a problem. Let's go ahead and put paint on the inside. Okay, that's pretty. So I think I'll go ahead and still use it. That'll be on the, one of those will be on the inside. I might use that on the outside and that on the inside. Okay. Let's try just a yellow. And the orange to start. Get a new card. I'm thinking right now in like sky colors. Okay. That's good. Trying to break up some of that blotch. That's better. I like that. Now let's get the dark pink. I'm going to add some of that flash to it to give it a little sparkle. And got a stencil. Okay, that's pretty. Let's take and put that. And this will be the last one in this color. And then I'm going to switch gears and put the jelly plate up. I like that. Okay, I'll leave that one like that. Hi, Kathy. Let's put that on there. Okay. Let's roll. That brayer clean. All right, I'm going to put the stencils away. For later, paint away. I made the brayers right now. All right, let me put all these paints out of my way real quick. Move the jelly plate. And the brayers. Okay, a little bit more paint to put up. The more room I clear, the better it'll be. Okay. So I thought the next thing that I should do is let's stamp some houses. And I'm going to cut these apart. And I'm just going to stamp them in black. Ink. And I'm going to stand up. Ugh. I am just not. Do I need some cushion? What do I do wrong? Okay, let's take maybe 2 was the problem. Well, that's better. Maybe it needed to be in the center. Put cushion under it. Okay, let me think about what I have. Let's try an atlas, maybe. I don't have an old mouse pad. A towel, would that be? Like I said, I am not a good stamper. Let me try a towel. Let's try a different house. Well, that's better. Okay. That seemed to help, maybe. That made a difference. Trying to do about 2 of each house at this point. I don't know, until I start building them, I don't really know what I want. I don't think I want to put one there because it's got messy. Okay, do one more on this page. Okay. Bye, Dee Dee. Well, it's the only stamp block I got. And it took me years before, like I said, I just don't stamp. I don't like it. This makes a difference though. The towel helped. Okay, just a couple more. And then I think that'll have enough of those. Okay, that's enough of that. What my plan is to come in with either markers or colored pencils and add color to those. And here, I'll show you. This is the basic idea. We'll just do one. I'm not going to make you watch me fussy cut all of them. That's just too much. I thought the watercolor pens might be a good option for this. Colored pencils. One of the sets of houses that I looked at had die cuts. It was a stamp and die cut set, but I don't have a die cutter like that. All right, so let's find some green scrapbook paper, something we could use. Okay. So here's the thought. Let's get the watercolor markers. Watercolor brush. All right, so I'm gonna use my table. pick up some color. I don't want it too wet because this is copy paper. So relatively dry. All right, and let's give them a blue shutter. I'm going to take and really water that down. Get the windows. That needs a little more up on the fireplace. So the thought was to take and put a house to something up to that effect. In fact, I may make this one go this way. And then you could do another tree or some other houses. That got wet. So that was one thought, is to do it's a tool problem. You got to have the right size stamp pad for the right size stamp. Actually, I think not even having a pad probably has been one of the problems. I just don't stamp. That is the solution. Oh, I didn't. All right, and then I'll trim that off. Oh, see, and I've gotten this one dirty. I think I'm going to do covers and then with that I'm going to intentionally get it dirty here in a minute. I'm rushing instead of taking my time. But that's the idea. But just not so rushed. So that's kind of the prototype. Not messed up down here. So I'm just gonna, it needs to be like assembly line. Like I need to do all the houses. I think I want to do the houses in colored pencil. And then maybe find all the different, so that's going to take more time. The other thing I was going to do is on some of them is glue vintage papers. So let's like that. Use some map pieces. All right, so let's try this here. I don't want to get the glue on the top of the paper. I just want to get it on the back of it. Okay, let me put this last piece and then we'll trim and I'll watercolor or use magicals. And I am going to get my little cover back on there. Trim that paper. out cutting the card. Okay, so that gives me some coverage. And then I thought what I'd do is take watercolor. Just trying to seal those edges a little bit more. And then let's get a watercolor brush. And let's try some black cherry. And then I'm going to get some of that tomato and going, and I'll get my watercolor palette out. And I'm going to get some Aussie gold. In there. And this is shimmer paint that I'm using. I'll get a little bit more water. Try not to get it messy inside. All right. Take some of that back. So you can see the shimmer, the gold over here of the paper from the acrylic, from the jelly print, and the shimmer from the watercolor. Then what the goal is to take something that I've printed like that and add it. That's what the bulk of them are going to be. So I'll take and add the image. And they all have to do with houses. And then I'm going to add something right here on top of it. I don't know what yet. I'll have to dig through my stash, but I'm thinking some kind of floral. But that's kind of the gist of what I'm going for. I think I have a flower that I want to put there. I'll just have to find, or a button. That's from, I'm finding pieces of that set. There it is. That's what I wanted. That's what I was looking for. So that's the kind of the look that I'm going for on a lot of them. And then I'll just need to, like I said, I'll need to make sure all the edges are glued down. I didn't get anything on the inside. So let's try another one. I'm going. So let's get another card. And we'll start with a piece of dictionary print up in the corner. And let's look. Let's take I'm going to take a piece of that, I think. So let's get some of the white. And this has white paint on it this time. And then let's take this and put a piece of this. That map will cover up that corner right there. All right, then let's cut and trim. And I'll chat here in just a second. Okay, so then let's save that piece. All right, what watercolor do we want to use? I'm thinking we need some marine blue, maybe. And maybe some sap green. Okay, that is really weird. One of my watercolors is MIA. Look right there, y'all. That watercolor has come out and gone somewhere. I didn't use it all. It's probably in the tray somewhere, like fallen open, or it's mixed in with it might be mixed in with the sap green. Okay, let's take some of that. I'm just going to take some water and kind of So see how the white paint pattern shows up now? Right, so let's see what we want to put with this. My first instinct is I'm leaning towards the bird cage. Or the dragonfly. It's one of those two right now. It's a little bee. It's too square. So then what I'll do is I'll just keep trying out different things. And see which one fits. Kind of like that. I like that pop of yellow. And then let's see. So then what I'll do is get glue on the back of that. Not sure I like where I had it. I'm going to put it in a different place. I know. Make sure that there's no bubbles. So I like that, you know. Now I did get a little green on that one. That cleaned up really well. So that's the goal, is to kind of approach it like that. There's a little sparkle here and there. I might come back in and put a little shimmery. So and I thought about doing some smack and drag with magicals, but I don't know at the rate I'm going. I'm not having a whole lot of luck. And I could do like this could be the whole page. Put this one on and all. Let's go ahead and like just cover the whole page with one piece. Trim. Because I like that just like that. And then use a vintage image. I think I'll use like that one. It's house plans for one of those kits you could buy. Just kind of cover it. Make sure everything's down. So, you know, some of them I'm going to keep relatively simple. Fussy Bee. So, like I said, I think that works. And then when this is dry, I might take some Pitt pen and go around the edge and finish them up. So that's kind of the goal, is to sort of cover them with jelly papers, use a little bit of watercolor, use the vintage images, use some of the houses. Like I said, I think I want to do all the houses and let them dry. I may use colored pencil. I did get the peacock underpainted with the craft paint. And I did get the bear underpainted with the craft paint. So now all I need to do is go in with the colored pencil and work on those. But this is all kind of on the back burner. So I'll work on the cards tomorrow probably. Yeah, the bear I think is going to turn out good. I had to adjust his face in here. But then what I'll do is add this. It's just craft paint. I'll add the colored pencil over. This is copy paper. So I'll add the colored pencil and then I'll add it to it's going to go on a painting. I'll show you. It's going to go on here. Kind of like this. After the colored pencil, it'll get glued on here. It'll be cut out and glued. So that's the other two projects I have going. And I have the owl ready for alcohol ink and markers, but I haven't done anything with him. Oh, I have a mess here. So what I'm going to do is, so for example, you wouldn't know it. I've got Frisket on it. But there's, like, this is blue. And then there's a golden yellow. Kind of like an ochre yellow for the eyes. That I'll put in. It's black in the middle, of course. All right, so there's that, and then I'm going to add a brighter yellow. Probably need to add a lighter blue in some places. And then more of a darker blue. Just that gets that started. Yeah, I always work on a lot. And then what I'll end up doing is most of this is going to be grays and browns. And I'm going to add texture to it. This is the Nara paper. And this is brown down in here. Brush. Might as well throw some color on this. Okay. I'm looking for the grays. There's gunmetal, but that's not what I want. There's pitch black. Here's another black. I have a gray, an actual gray. There it is, shadow gray. So I'm going to put gray up here. And then I'm going to add some stone wash because there's a blue tint. There's brisket on there. little bit. I don't think I like that gray as much as I thought I would. So I added some black. Ooh, I'm getting some good blue when I get down. So that's kind of how the fur part's going to be. And then this is more like straight up black. Over here. And then this will be more like straight up black. And I'll just keep working that. Get that texture and stuff in there. Because it's going to be abstract. It's not supposed to be realistic. All right, and then this is black again. And that's kind of what I'll keep doing. I'll come back in here with Just to get some base down. And then maybe even some. Yeah. Judy. That's funny. Brown in here. All right, and then let's take that's like the base. Some of the blue in here. So I'll let that all dry. And we'll peel off the brisket. There's brisket everywhere. Wherever I wanted white to stay kind of really white, there was brisket. And then there were areas that I had brisket where I wanted texture. Like I said, I put a lot of brisket to add texture in areas. And I tried to get it stringy in areas. So then I can come in and clean up areas if I think the wrong color got in there. I just use the brush to add color or move it around. And then what will happen is I will come in with a black Sharpie or a black marker. And get my areas that I definitely want black, darkened, so kind of like that. And that will kind of cover up what looks like randomness. And then yeah, it gets some pretty good texture in that. And then what I can come in and do is grab the marker and pull. where I want to. And actually a flat brush would be better than what I'm using. So I'll just keep kind of working. And I could use a different color marker if I want to, like for the nose. Hi, Belinda. This is supposed to be in here. And then if I need some alcohol, I can grab some alcohol and blend it a little bit. So that's what I'll do, is I'll just keep working, getting the features in and some shadows. Night, Tori. Just get it really wet. I can. Add some texture back in there. And then a lot of times what I'll do is add splatters. Which gives it kind of a batik feeling. So that's kind of, then when you get it in a mat, it should help. So that's really all you'll see. I need to probably work on this up here and feathering that, and then maybe a little more down there. But that's what the idea was, kind of like the tiger. And just some more finessing. Just pulling. And then like, it's really work. Needs some work. Oh yeah, it just helps you feather it out, get interesting patterns. They need to work on that, Joycey. They need a buffalo emoji. Okay, and then there's also. That's probably what I'm going to do to it. I'm probably going to leave it just like that. Because I'm not going for complete realism. More just an abstract. I think in the mat. The last little bit of that frisket. I think that works. Okay, Judy. I won't ignore you, Judy. Thanks, Dot. Yeah, I didn't realize either, but this one is a blue-gray. It probably could use more gray in it, but that's probably it for me. Yeah, I got it, Judy. Thanks, Dar. So tomorrow will be card assembly. And I think these will be all good once they're. I just need to remember before I put something on them, they want to curl. You kind of got to uncurl them a little bit. To get them to lay flat. But that's the cards. That's the concept. And then the other little ones will be kind of like this. without any mess. So this one I won't use, but this will be my prototype. Oh, thanks, Lena. So that's what I'll add to those is we'll add houses. And then this one I might add some watercolor because I don't know if I want the white or some magicals. So that's the idea behind them. I wish I hadn't torn that. I could have dealt with that. I could have intentionally made that look intentional. I might still be able to fix that. So tomorrow be about card assembly. I gotta sign that too. Get used to 20. I also have more of that paper. I could do another patch. In there. Kind of thing. I don't know. Could just even put a little watercolor on there and get it, or a little marker. And do the whole thing intentionally. Hi, Eileen, if you're here. May do that with some watercolor. That kind of saves that. Maybe ink it some more in there in some places. With the sap green, with the darker. I'm going to go in with a different color on the house too. So I'll work on saving that. Work on fixing that. All right, guys. Thanks, Vaughn. I don't typically get trolls very often. Once or twice. I don't know why. Others get it and I don't really get them. Yeah, she is. She's probably picking out what she has to wear. But yeah, we don't. I need to mod more people, but I'm not on the computer where I can do it right now. All right, guys, let me. Oh, the other thing I thought I'd use on some of the cards is paint chips, because I thought that would be cute on some of the cards. It's house oriented. Yeah, you know. So let me find one that's got paint on it. Like that. And then maybe put one of those houses. Or something, like that. So I did forget that those were over to the side. So it's just something I'll just play with. And maybe, like, maybe it needs to be more of a pop of color. Like that. Because I do like that. Yeah, because I'm trying to do sort of home themed. Because she sends out cards to clients. So I think tomorrow would be better. Like I can color all the houses. Yeah, keys if I had keys. I have to look and see if I have any. I keep finding Frisket. There he is. All right. Let me sign out and I will see you all. I will make a picture of it, but Judy bought it. All right, guys.